Guten Morgen and welcome back to the Home Renovation Experts. Steve Cronin here on this 5x3 garden room build. Looking lovely, lovely. So the plan of attack for today will be, on the inside, gonna get a skirting fit, well, get this stuff emptied out first, then get the skirting fit everywhere, except for this wall obviously. I will cut them for here, but they'll be overshot, oversized. So they're just kind of ready and just lean them up against the wall. Also today, we've got Andy back. I know, everyone calm down, he's a bit of a ledge. So that's gonna be getting the lights in, first fix all these sockets, Ethernet cables, so that's all the cables gonna be run on the outside. Also I've already put the lighting ones in, cutting these as well, the canopy lights, all those sort of bits and pieces, so a bit of electrical work as well. So it's gonna be a nice day. If I get a chance as well, what I'm also gonna do is put some batten across the outside, ready to carry the metal profile, which is all lying down there, just lying there, just being lazy. It's just not good enough, so I'm gonna stick it on the wall, make it work for a living. Apart from that, I've got my massive cup of tea here, and I'm gonna crack on. A bit chilly this morning, but doable, all right. Okay, I shall see you in a second, and yeah, I'm gonna get this skirting in and crack on. Right, so once you kind of get your skirting all set up and you're ready to rock and roll, I mean, I've got the pre-prime stuff here. What you'll find is that edge is as rough as a badger's stuff. Bit of black stuff, right? This is before you fit, because it makes life a bit easier. Literally, just go like that. Run that at full length to that like angle, and that makes it beautifully smooth, which makes life a lot easier when you're going to decorate it later. So run around, take 2 seconds, do that now. Jobs are good. And I'll show you what happens after that. So what I do with skirting, I generally don't do 45-degree mitres on the corners. And I'll tell you why, because walls can be slightly out and bits and pieces like that, so it's never quite as nice. Generally, I mean, to be honest, in the square room that I've built, I know it's gonna be pretty much 45, but I still do this way, which is actually cut it to the shape of the skirting. It just gives you a nice and neater finish. It's less likely to open up and expand when you kind of get a bit of movement. The only time I do the 45s is over here, where you get joints. You don't just butt a straight cut edge up against another straight cut edge, because it would just always open up and always look a bit not very nice. So you see here, that's the end of that one. Boom. This one's cut to the 45 there. I'll simply slide that in, and then once that's up against there, beautiful, isn't it? And that'll get glued, the actual joint, which means it won't open up. When I get down this end, because I'm going to do the cut of the skirting around it, this next piece that goes in here will be cut to this shape. So that one could just be a straight cut, straight into that corner. Job is a good one. So I'll get that bit glued in. I just use like sticks like so. I had some of this left over in the van, so that'll be perfect. Generally don't put loads of nails or anything like that, because the glue will hold it, and that's a better fixing anyway. I've got a sort of second fix nail there, so what I do, that's still good, is if, say, I've glued this in, and for some reason there's a slight bow, it kind of goes up like that a little bit, that's over exaggerated, but it means that there's a point where the skirting isn't flush to the floor and just needs to be pinned in that position, so it needs to be pushed down, then I'll fire a pin in it where it needs it just to keep it in that position, and then obviously just fill it and then paint it, so simples really. So right, I'm gonna get this one fit, I'll get that angle cut down there, and I'll show you how I do that. Right, to get this absolutely perfect for this like cut, what you need to do is grab yourself an old bit of cut off of the skirting, make sure you're using the right edge, in this case this one for me, stick it on to the back so it's level, like that, level at the bottom, take a pencil, draw around the shape, so there you can see, easily transferred there, happy days, and then grab yourself a jigsaw, make sure it's on fine cut mode, so depending which one you're using. So on this one, set to 0, which basically means it's not like rocking loads and loads and loads. So for rougher cuts, you come up to number 3, it's doing that. So you're not getting a perfect cut, but goes through stuff quicker. So obviously you want fine sort of cut because we're after finesse. and then I'll show
Grab
you
your
what goes
skirt.
in then.
Up like that, and then just shift it into your top corner.
Double check it, but we know it's going to be good because it always will be. And then that's it. So like I say, bit of grip from across the back of it. Yeah, nail it if it needs it. Easy peasy. So then I'll just cut a little return for down there. Tiny little bit, like I say, I'll overcut that bit ready for when the window's going next week. Do the same. That end just overcut. Cut a little piece for here, just again overshot. And then that's the skirting fit. It looks quite nice. Now you may have noticed on some of them they've got like this little worn bit. So what happened was, in the packet, they've been smashed to buggery. So this one was the worst one, but that doesn't matter. So all I've done was literally used my mitre glue, 2-part, to glue that bit back on, because I could have just filled it afterwards, but it's a bit more of a faff, you know. This bit of wood went straight in. Once it's sanded back flush, it's the perfect fit. So that's why you've got like little like bare areas there, just in case you were wondering. So that's it. I'll get these bits fitted, get those last bits cut, and then on something different. Right, that is it for the day. So let's have a quick look and see where I got. It was a short video. Again, this is just kind of one of those days where it's just bits and pieces really. But you can now see the skirting is in. The skirting is also now undercoated, filled and glossed and caulked into the top surface. Extra bit of fill on the walls because as the sun was shining and I was down there, you can see a few bits and pieces. So it's like perfect. I'll just jump up with filler, which I've got for skirting, and just run around, have a double check again to make sure the wall's actually spot on, because as the light hits in different angles, you'll always notice and you still think, oh, well, that's time, I can see a little bit there. Got to fill it out, crack on, fill it up. This wall's gonna have to be touched up anyway, because Andy will be in tomorrow again, Sparky. He'll cut the holes, we're gonna have like socket, heater, socket, fuse board up in the corner along with a router. You can also see now, look at that, lights in the ceiling. So they're all now in and wired up and connected. Switches are going on this side. So yeah, it's all going good. It's getting to that stage now. Probably tomorrow will be my last day on this job. Until next Tuesday when the doors and windows turn up. So that really is a happy day. So tomorrow for me will be give the skirt another coat. Help Andy probably get some the sockets chased, and once he's done that, I can then like fill up around there because it's all sparky. It's going to be filling. It's cool. You Sparkies, you're the king of the trades, and I know that. I respect it. Okay, I will fill up and I'll touch up after you. No bother at all. So like I say, get that done. I've also done some battening on the outside. I had a bit of a chance earlier, so there you go. So that's now ready to carry the metal profile. I'll get it finished down that side tomorrow and get it double battered on the front, ready for the Western Red seats to go on. So yeah, all in all, oh look at that sun glare. Oh, it makes me look special today. That is it, done. If you'd like, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. Tell your mates, have a cold beer tonight and enjoy life. But until then, I'll be back tomorrow along with Andy and we'll have a laugh as usual. See you later everyone, bye.